My people, my people, my people. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're well. It's time for part two of Black in America, and we're going to be talking about Black people in AI. I actually can't wait for this topic. I try to be as versed as I can when I bring these guests on with my own opinion, and I have an opinion, but I don't know enough. So this is going to be a great learning experience for all of us. And so make sure that you comment, ask questions. Our guest is already backstage. Shantae Charles is back, Life Nation. If you want to connect with her, I have her hyperlinked in the YouTube title and video description. All right. Before we get started, good morning, Jan. Good morning, Rikash, LaQuisha, my girl Les. Good morning, Moni No Love. Good morning. It's so good to see y'all on here. Also, remember, we're streaming vertical as well. So we're in the shorts platform as well. So we'll have a lot of different people that comment. Don't pay them any attention at all. You know, some people are trolling, some people are serious. And we're talking about controversial subjects, all right? Sit back, relax, ask questions, take notes, enjoy yourself. Welcome to Safe Space Live. We'll be right back.
This isn't just another church event. This is Impartation Conference, March 13th through 15th in Atlanta, Georgia. And this time, it's personal.
We are building a safe space where you can love God without fear, a space where you're not judged, but seen, heard, and honored for who you are.
This is your moment to grow, not just in spirit, but life. The clarity, the shift, the alignment is already happening.
And those dreams you buried, we're reviving them. We're breaking mental caps, tearing down limits, and helping you step into the version of you that was always possible.
This is more than a conference. It's a homecoming for your soul. Break free, grow deep, dream bold. Join us March 13th to 15th at the Renaissance Atlanta Airport Gateway Hotel. Register now at impartationconference.org.
Safe Space, refuge for growth and healing. Want to be connected to all that Safe Space has to offer? Join our email community. Stay in the loop with inspirational insights and updates. Join our email community and connect with like-minded individuals on the path to self-discovery. Sign up now.
Find your tribe in a safe, supportive space. Join the Safe Space private community and connect with others who get it. We're waiting for you. Stay connected wherever you are with lives and video drops. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658 for instant updates and powerful insights. Join the text community now. Curious about what's next? Book an intuitive tarot reading with V Terrell Hill and get the clarity you need. Your future awaits. Heal from within and transform your life. Schedule a soul healing consultation and take the first step towards wholeness. Start your journey today.
Click the Linktree link inside of the description box connected to this video for all of what the Safe Space universe has to offer.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. Listen, I'm about to bring Shantae Charles back on, but someone in the comments reminded me, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. If you want to be notified when I come live, text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658, all right? And there's a whole bunch of other stuff we'll talk about as we get further in the show. I'll be back Monday. I will be back Monday. I don't know how I'm going to roll out these lives, what day I'm going to do the lives, but I will be back. So get ready, because Safe Space Live is back, all right? Without further ado, let's bring on our guest. Shantae Charles. Hey, Shantae, how are you doing today?
Hello, everyone. Glad to be back.
Good, 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 good. Originally, we were going to do a super show, Black in America, talking about white assimilation, centering white people, Black in AI, and a whole plethora of things. The conversation got so thick, we decided to break it up. By the way, we'll be back this time next Saturday for part 3, the final and conclusion. Okay. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Shantae, before we get started, I know you introduced yourself last part 1. Give us a small introduction one more again.
So the short of it is I am a multidisciplinary.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You froze up a little bit.
Oh, I don't know why. Okay.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're back now. Good, good, good.
Okay. I'm a wife. I'm a spiritual leader. I'm a multidisciplinary creative, and I operate in a lot of fields. So I'm Googleable.
I love that.
If you want to know, if you want to get into more about who I am behind the scenes.
I love that. I love that. Good. Ain't nothing wrong with being Googleable. You know, nothing wrong with that. Let's jump into it. Black people and AI. Good, bad, indifferent, pros, cons. Talk to us.
So yeah, today I want to talk about the pros. I want to talk about the cons, but kind of as a framework before we get started, I do want to say that I am not against AI. So I am definitely not against AI. But what I am against is dehumanization through AI. I am against exploitation through AI. And I am against bias that definitely disadvantages Black people, Indigenous people, disabled people, marginalized people. So that's what I am against.
Okay.
The professions that I'm in require me to utilize AI in some way, shape, or form. So I am trained in several platforms that use what we call assistive AI or
Oh Lord. You just froze up again.
I'm not sure why, because I'm on 5 bars over here with 5G.
Oh gosh.
I'm not sure why it's freezing up.
Okay.
The
last thing I heard you say was assistive AI.
Yeah. So as I said, some of the companies and things that I work with, we're already using assistive AI. So we have to be trained in it, and we have to be trained in how those things work with us as the humans, right? So I'm already using the technology in my own professional life, but I want to talk about some of the things that I've noticed, and I want to talk about some of the things that can be dangerous to us if we're not being conscious of how we use the technology.
Bet. All right, let's get into it. I'm ready.
So you have, like I said, what we call assistive technology versus what I would say the billionaires and the oligarchs are trying to get us into, which is sentient technology. That's when your technology is no longer being assisted by the human. It's really that thing working on its own and making all of the decisions. So with sentient technology, we're not there yet as a people, but people are concerned because of the way that this technology is moving. Tasting the ethics that need to be involved in order to control it. So that's the concern on the back end. So helping humans, obviously, if you are in the medical field, again, you're already using AI. Your doctors, for the most part, I know when I went in to do my physicals this year, my doctors had a conversation with me about, hey, I'm going to be using AI. It's going to be listening to our conversation. It's going to be summarizing notes. Are you okay with that? And I had to actually consent to it and
Yeah.
sign a form in
Right.
order to move forward with that. Now, some people would say, I don't want AI listening in. But you do have the right, at this point to consent or not consent to that kind of technology being used in your medical process.
Right.
Now, what I found out was after the AI summarized, I still had to go back into my medical, what do you call it? Your dashboard, right? I had to go back and look at what they summarized, and
Mhm.
I had to go in and check some things
Yeah.
because it was putting things in about me that I didn't say.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I mean by we have to look at how the technology is being paced, and is it helpful to us, or is it sort of getting ahead of us and putting in some biases that need to be checked. And the way that we check that again is still through that human intervention.
Yeah.
Because had I not,
Let's pop a
go
bubble
ahead.
real quick with this because we talk about racial bias so that we
Mhm,
can just broke my pen, just jump right in. I was doing a show on Safe Space TV about black fathers and the real FBI data about how black fathers are truly in their children's life. And
mhm,
I had Chat GPT help me write the script.
mhm,
As I'm reading through the script, I noticed that Chat GPT took the data, flipped it, and turned that script into a bit of a teaching black men how to raise their kids.
mm,
And I went back and I used some expletives. And I know I got so upset. I wish it was a human. And Chat GPT was like, you know how they try to talk. Oh, I am so sorry. That was a
mhm,
misstep. But the reality was that and it was dog whistles that I'm just sensitive towards because
mhm,
I said to Chat GPT, why would you tell a black father to spend more time with their kids when they spend, according to data, more time with their kids? Oh,
mhm,
that was a misstep. That was a mistake. Let's talk
mhm,
about how, though AI is supposed to be assistive, that if
mhm.
not careful, like you found that mistake in your medical records, it'll have you out here looking a fool as a black person.
Well, and this is very interesting because I went on to Twitter a
Mhm,
couple of months ago, I would say earlier in the year,
mhm.
and I began to talk with Grok on Twitter.
Right. Uh-huh.
And I began to ask Grok some questions about the bias that's present within the systems, and it admitted it
Mhm.
that I think they said there's like could be anywhere between 3 to 10% bias
Mm.
in the data
Mhm.
that is being put out by AI.
Absolutely.
And so my question to companies, especially the ones that I have been working with, is what are you all doing to counter the programmed, baked in bias in your technology?
Right.
Because again, everybody wants to move to this technology without addressing the baked in programmed data.
Right.
And so, what I try to tell people is AI has programmed bias into it because of who is behind the programming.
Right. Right. Right.
And so, until there are more people who look like us,
Mhm.
who are a part of the marginalized communities, I didn't say we are minority. I said we are marginalized, which is a
Correct.
difference.
Correct. Yeah.
So until there are more people who are a part of the marginalized communities who
Uh-huh.
are programming and building out these data systems
Mhm.
and sort of being reflective of the possible bias, we're
Mhm.
going to continue to see this issue.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
so that's something that we all have to be aware of and look out for. I'll give you some examples. This one company I work for, because again, I work in education,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
one company I worked for this summer, we were all supposed to be um, assigned classes, working with students, et cetera, et cetera.
Mhm.
Then we got an email that came out and said, oh, we're going to be selecting instructors and looking and using AI along with the instructors.
Mhm.
So we'll have less instructors and more AI tools that the students will be interacting with. Well,
Mhm.
guess what? Once AI started picking the instructors, I got 0 classes for the
Wow.
summer.
Wow. Wow.
Now, my rating with this company is a 4.9 out of 5.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, how do you bypass an instructor with a 4.9
Right.
and they get 0 students to work with for
Mhm.
the summer?
Mhm.
So, again, that was like an immediate financial issue for
Right.
me,
Mhm.
right? Because if I didn't have other companies I was working with or practices or
Right.
projects,
Right.
I wouldn't have had any income over the summer.
Right. Right.
Another issue when it comes to
Well, before
this.
you hold that thought, because
Mhm,
I want to encourage you all. So when you think about this technology that's baked into the hiring process, resumes, your resumes
mhm,
are now being scanned and
mhm,
picked out by AI and then said, okay, these are the top candidates out of this stack of 500. Where it used to be, there was a human that had to go through all of those resumes and then
mhm,
sort through them.
mhm,
Technology is doing that. And
mhm,
so you might not be getting the job, not because you're not equipped for it, but the
mhm.
bias that's in the system is keeping you from it. And
Yep.
and before you go to your next point, I'm gonna say some things that we can talk about later.
Mhm,
Is that's why it's like do black people need to be in AI? Yes. Do black people need to open up and totally surrender to it as if because it's AI, it's right? No. And so there's a push and a pull because of the just innate bias that's connected to it. All right, go ahead, Shantae.
All right, so that's one example. And again, I work for myself. I am contracted with these companies.
Mhm,
So for the person saying we need to start our own businesses,
mhm.
this is my own business. And I'm telling you right now that I was pulled out of the pool of people who would be able to work with students.
Yeah. Mhm,
And I've been in education for 25 years.
mhm,
Okay.
mhm,
So the second issue or the second example I want to give, I also work to train teachers to pass their certification tests.
mhm,
Okay. Several teachers were coming through our program because I write the curriculum and I also train them on how to pass tests. I've been, again, doing this for over a decade now.
mhm,
Most of the teachers that come through our program, they do very well. We have a 85% passing rate for teachers who take their exam the first time, which
mhm,
is well above the national exam passing rate of 50%.
mhm,
Okay, because these exams are pretty intensive. If you're a teacher in the professional realm to get your certification, you know that the test can be very difficult. All
mhm,
right. So I had teachers who were coming through and they said, listen, I don't know what I'm doing wrong on these tests,
mm,
but I cannot seem to pass them.
mm,
So they went through our training, we evaluated them, and I said, I don't understand why you're not passing these tests either.
mm.
But let's try this. So for a year, all of the teachers that came through the program, I told them, when you get to the registration piece of your exam and it asks you for your racial identification,
I was
I
hoping you were
told
gonna get there.
I told them to choose other.
Wow.
Now this is black, this is Hispanic,
Yeah.
this is Asian.
Mhm.
I told them choose other.
Hmm.
You know what happened?
They
They
got
all passed.
uh-huh. Right.
This is, again, this is people who had been failing the test multiple times. I'm talking three, four. One
Right.
girl was 7 times. She
Right.
had failed the same test.
Right.
And this gets to be really expensive, right? Because you're popping off $150, $175 per
Right.
time you take it.
Right. Right.
And what that showed me was, I said, because of course I'm saying to myself,
Mm-hmm.
if this is an algorithm issue,
Mm-hmm.
right? With certification, they have a certain percentage of people they will let through demographically for
Mm-hmm.
certifications.
Mm-hmm.
This is very true, especially if you are a pharmaceutical student.
Mm-hmm.
This is very true. Okay.
Right.
So in my testing it against Black, Latino, and Asian students, all of them who had trouble passing, all of them marked other for their racial identification. They all passed the next time they took it.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I tell people is, because we know that there's bias baked into these standardized tests,
Mm-hmm.
if you select other, you are throwing off the algorithm from putting you in that bias.
Right. 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 Right.
So you're offsetting it so that you can have a better chance to actually pass.
Right. And let me say something real quick. I think that and what I want to speak to my people is systemic racism is real, data-based, and provable, and even down to makeup, even down to how cameras are created and how a certain group of people will look in a lens versus another group of people, even down to the sensors data, literal reports, sensors at the airport
Mm-hmm.
sinks. When Black people have waved their hands over the sensors, they found out that the sensors were made for white hands.
Yes.
So I don't want to talk to doubters. Who I want to talk to are people that look like me, the marginalized, not the minority, like Shantae said, but the marginalized. It's real. And I don't know if Shantae, if you said this after the show or on the show, and the more people comment the negative should let you know we're saying the right thing. Okay. And I just want everybody to be encouraged about that.
Mm-hmm.
The data says it's real. Okay. That's number one. And so if that is the case, why would we assume that systemic racism and bias would not be baked into these computers? Why would we assume that the oligarchy would want the average person to have access easily to all this data? Why would we assume that billionaires want the average person to be able to pay $19.99 a month and get ChatGPT Pro and get all of the information in the world? Would that really make sense? Right. Systemic racism is literally baked in this system. I wanted to say that for all that here. All right, go ahead, Shantae.
And to your point with the billionaires and the oligarchs, right? You also have to look at, again, as we talked about, who is behind the programming.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When you have people who are saying, or who are raised in an apartheid state, apartheid country, right? We're talking about the person who owns the name brand of Tesla, right?
Correct. Yes. Uh-huh.
Ask yourself, do you really want a person who is anti-Black controlling most of your data processes and access?
Right. And this is somebody who, this is someone who every single day, because I see him on I call it Twitter. The mama call it Twitter. I'm gonna call it Twitter. I see him on Twitter every day retweeting literal anti-Black tweets.
Mm-hmm.
I saw an interview with Matt Walsh and Tucker Carlson this morning where they were literally saying that, white people are native to America, and that to say otherwise is anti-white rhetoric and trying to exterminate white people. These are the people, and then Elon Musk is one of the main puppeteers of such things. And you think that Grok is not biased because it's AI? Oh, you're wrong. You're wrong. Go ahead, Shantae.
I mean, well, at one point, and this was, of course, reported, at one point he tweaked Grok so that it would, and after he tweaked it, then Grok started being very pro Yahtzee. I say Yahtzee instead of the other word, so that we don't get more of them coming into your comments like the ones I see over there right now.
Right.
And so we are sort of jumping around in this topic because there is a lot to cover, right?
Yeah.
The other part about AI that we're seeing right now is a violation, and I'm just shifting the topic just a little bit out of the workplace.
Oh, go ahead.
But we're also seeing the violation of ownership and creators' rights. Right? And so a lot of people in your comments right now are talking about how they're tired of this conversation being around racial bias. Okay. So we're going to move away from racial bias. Let's talk about how the same technology is now just stealing from everybody.
Absolutely.
Whether you're Black, white, indigenous, LGBTQ, however you identify, this technology is now stealing from everybody. It's everybody's problem now. If you're a creator, okay? I'm a visual artist. I'm a songwriter, singer. I create curriculum. I'm also an author, editor, and publisher. So when I say I'm multidisciplinary, guess what? All of those things are being affected now by the violation of ownership and creators' rights. Right. So there's a class action suit that's going on now where people's writings have been used by AI without their permission. You have what's happening in the music industry with, I want to say iHeart that just came out and said, we are not going to use AI music that's created only generated by AI.
Yeah, it was a popular gospel song that was going up the charts of a Nigerian guy who made it seem like he created the song, and come to find out it's all AI, and they had to ban AI music. Yeah.
And because again, you can create something, right, with assistive technology. But right now, you can only copyright the part that was created by a human or human hands. And so again, like I said, I'm not against assistive technology, but when it becomes totally non-human, and you realize that the technology is literally pulling from everybody else's creations that have been made by humans. And I don't think people understand that. Like AI is not creating. It is extracting from humans who created it. That's with music, that's with the books, all of that. It's extracting from other people's original work to come up with that product. And the reality is zeros and ones.
Correct.
But we are so in the we can be so in the illusion that it can feel real. And I have to tell people, these are algorithms, zeros and ones, mathematical equations, large language learning models that are simulating something done by humans.
It can't even speak English. It's zeros and ones. And y'all might not understand this, but I need you to literally, this is not figuratively, it's literally zeros and ones. It's code. But you know what I thought about? And this is where I think people of color, Black people, Black Americans, or whoever at this point, need to be aware of. Just like Black culture is always assimilated. So something is ghetto until another race does it. Something is not proper until another race does it. That's really what Shantae is talking about. You put all of this information and you dump it into AI, And now AI can assimilate it and use it forever across all platforms and give it to whomever they so choose. So you even have to be very careful about even how you share your ideas in AI, because you're feeding the database, basically.
Yeah. And so I think we just have to be mindful. And like I said again at the start of this conversation,
Mhm.
I am not against AI. I'm against dehumanization, right? It is being used to create fake videos of Black people and put us in situations that we were never in. And people are watching these videos as if they are real. So
Yes.
it is now being used to dehumanize us further,
Yes.
distort perceptions about us further around the
Yes.
world on different platforms.
Yes.
I
Yes.
am against AI exploitation, meaning exploitation of original creators in their content.
Well, hold on, Shantae, because now you be going too fast. We got to stop at these points. You
Okay.
state the fact, I'll give the example. During the government shutdown, they were literally creating AI versions of Black women complaining that their food stamps they were gonna receive their food stamps. And the Black women were like these big old fat, ghetto looking, the caricature of Black women.
Yeah.
And they were spreading it all over social media to say, see, why are my tax dollars paying for this woman to overeat? And it was 100% AI. And people believed it. And so that's what Shantae is talking about, where they're creating these videos to push a narrative. And if you don't know any better, you would think it's true.
And again, we're not just talking about AI right now in terms of how it's dehumanizing Black people, although we are the target, right? People are also using it against the deceased, right?
Yes.
Michael Jackson,
Yes.
who was the family that came out and Martin Luther King,
Martin Luther King,
right?
right.
It's putting them in these very degrading, derogatory scenarios. And again, it's distorting the truth.
Yes.
It's distorting history.
Yeah.
I saw a video of Kobe and Tupac together. Okay, they knew each other. They were contemporaries, but they were not Kobe and Tupac. Excuse me, Kobe and Chadwick Boseman.
Oh yeah.
They knew each other. They were acquaintances of each other, but they didn't have this intimate, close buddy friendship
Right.
relationship that was portrayed in the AI.
Yeah.
So again, now you're having families of these estates of the persons having to come out and address legally these AI companies that are allowing for it.
Yeah.
So again, like I said, for the people who can't hear for the third time, I am not against AI. I'm against AI dehumanization, exploitation, and bias.
Yeah, and I want to highlight this comment real quick, because before we end the real Jake West, it is scary, but it's not all races. Well, I'm not going to say it's not all races, but there's still a way that Black people can be empowered by this, even though there are systemic biases in it. And I am gonna, before we end the show, we're gonna talk about that. But we do got to highlight what's wrong first. So y'all hang around, don't go anywhere, because we definitely want to chat, because I use it and I've gotten a lot of content from it, but I watch it. Tell you what, let's take a break. I know this is a lot. Let's take a break real quick. When we come back, I know you had a thought. So when we come back from the thought, we'll do your thought. And then what I want to go to is the toll on physical infrastructure because of AI and what it's doing to marginalized communities. Because it's not just not just what's being created per se. There is a infrastructure issue that we have if we're going to keep on doing it. I also want to talk about, will the AI bubble burst? because of all the money they're bringing in versus the money they're creating. We'll get into everything. And then what does that have to do with Black people? Y'all listen, for all of y'all that's on here, I hope you're enjoying this conversation, whether you agree or not. I hope you're enjoying this conversation. We'll be right back. Don't y'all go in.
This isn't just another church event. This is Impartation Conference, March 13th through 15th in Atlanta, Georgia. And this time, it's personal.
We are building a safe space where you can love God without fear, a space where you're not judged, but seen, heard, and honored for who you are.
This is your moment to grow, not just in spirit, but life. The clarity, the shift, the alignment is already happening.
And those dreams you buried, we're reviving them. We're breaking mental caps, tearing down limits, and helping you step into the version of you that was always possible.
This is more than a conference. It's a homecoming for your soul. Break free, grow deep, dream bold. Join us March 13th to 15th at the Renaissance Atlanta Airport Gateway Hotel. Register now at impartationconference.org.
Safe Space, refuge for growth and healing. Want to be connected to all that Safe Space has to offer? Join our email community. Stay in the loop with inspirational insights and updates. Join our email community and connect with like-minded individuals on the path to self-discovery. Sign up now.
Find your tribe in a safe, supportive space. Join the Safe Space private community and connect with others who get it. We're waiting for you. Stay connected wherever you are with lives and video drops. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658 for instant updates and powerful insights. Join the text community now. Curious about what's next? Book an intuitive tarot reading with V Terrell Hill and get the clarity you need. Your future awaits. Heal from within and transform your life. Schedule a soul healing consultation and take the first step towards wholeness. Start your journey today.
Click the Linktree link inside of the description box connected to this video for all of what the Safe Space universe has to offer.
Thank you so much for rocking with us. Hi, my name is V Terrell Hill. Welcome to Safe Space Live. If you want to be notified when I come live, text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658. You'll get a notification every time I'm live. I have a very special guest today, a good friend of the show and a personal friend. Been knowing her for years, Shantae Charles. I've always enjoyed her mind. I guarantee you, Shantae has over there about 50 pages of notes and images and stuff. And I know as a teacher, it's frustrating because we sort of on this end, we hit it and quit it and hit it and quit it. And I know you probably got 11 things you want to go through. But thank you so much, Shantae, for joining us. If you haven't seen part one, we did part one last Saturday, and we'll be doing part 3 on next Saturday. So thank you so much for joining us. If you want to connect with Shantae, I've hyperlinked her YouTube account in the video description in the title of the YouTube videos. She comes live on YouTube and Facebook Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Times. And so I am so glad that Shantae is a friend of the platform. Shantae, before we get into infrastructure, I want to say, it seemed like you had a thought that you were going to say. You still remember the thought?
Oh, I got a lot of thoughts.
Yeah. Go ahead. Uh-huh.
Before we go a little bit further, is it possible for you to put up some of those resources that I sent you images of, just so they have somewhere further to go?
Let me see here. Let me see. What in particular?
The book by Ruha Benjamin, that image.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and talk about it, and I'm gonna bring it up.
So if you are looking for resources outside of just this conversation, I'm going to encourage you to check out the book called Race After Technology by Ruha Benjamin. I'm also going to encourage you to check out the organization, the Algorithmic Justice League. These are two Black women who are on the cusp of or in the AI technology space that are dealing specifically with the justice and the ethics of AI. So again, that's just if you want some actual data over emotional reaction. Okay. Because I see a lot of people emotionally reacting to what we're saying in the comments,
Yeah.
but what we're saying is actually backed by data and
Yeah.
research.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this isn't conspiracy theory. This is what has actually been noted by research by people who are experts in the field who are trying to address the inequities in AI. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The last thing I want to talk about before we talk about environmental, again, when I talk about AI exploitation, I'm also concerned about our elders. I don't know if you all are aware of
Hold
how
on,
many.
Shantae, hold on 1 second. I done added that thing and messed up the thing. Give me 1 second here, okay? Hold on.
Okay.
Oh my God. You see it's
We
oh,
see you.
no, it's not that. It is this. No. Oh my God. No, it's covering up my words. I don't know what I did. I'm so over.
Okay.
But you're good. Go ahead. I'm listening. I'll fix it on my end.
Okay. Um, the other concern we have is our elders.
Mhm,
We're seeing lots of our seniors being fooled through
mhm,
AI,
mhm.
whether that is the audio piece of AI where people call your elders, your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents,
Correct.
utilizing voiceovers to say, "Hey, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
This is your niece Laquita,
Mhm.
right? Send me some money because I'm somewhere stuck or whatever." And our elders are being taken advantage of,
Yeah.
right? They're
Yeah.
handing over money. They are handing over their account information. So this has reaches past the bias, the racial bias part.
Right.
We already talked about the bias in testing and in job searches and in hiring. But as you said, let's go into talking about the environment. I
Yeah.
know one of the places right now in Memphis, Tennessee,
Mhm,
okay, they are protesting the data center that is built there
mhm,
that is extracting energy and water in
mhm,
order to feed our AI systems.
mhm, mhm.
Okay. This is not just conspiracy theory.
Before
Yeah.
we go forward, I don't even know if people really realize that what's going on. So I think we need to start like way, 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 way back. In order for these companies, in order for you to be able to chat, hey chat, does my dog have a good memory? There are these huge data systems that use an extraordinary amount of energy and water and cost billions just for you to type that. And
Mhm.
it's seemingly that they're choosing low income neighborhoods to put
Yes.
those data centers in. And it's using so much water that a lot of folks are saying that the environment won't be able to sustain that much water usage just to continue this AI growth or expansion. So that's the building blocks upon which we're about to start. Okay, go ahead, Shantae.
So running AI takes a significant amount of energy. I think that's something that we need to understand, primarily for the large training models like GPT-3.
Mhm,
Um, so it's leading to a demand of electricity. And the last article I saw on it, because I read a lot of science and technology
mhm,
journals and articles, the
mhm,
last article I saw on it is that some places will begin to have power shortages,
mhm,
blackouts
mhm,
of power
mhm,
due to how much these data centers are using.
mhm,
Water use.
mhm.
Okay, lots of water is being used because they have to cool down the actual system.
Right. Mhm,
And then, of course, the carbon pollution.
mhm,
And so the footprint that's being left. They're not putting these things inside of predominantly white communities, as we just said, because people keep saying, well, what does this have to do with racism? Putting these data centers in predominantly Black communities that have, first of all, you've already been redlined into a community.
Correct.
And then on top of that, you're going to put something into the community that is going to further harm it. Okay. So again, this is not supposition. This is actually what's happening. There is data on this. There are articles on this. You can go look it up. It's not conspiracy theory.
Right.
And if you work in a data center, you need to be asking some questions about the energy and the water consumption that's going through those centers.
And I want to highlight something real quick, because this just makes sense to me. She said, the recashes, I have 2 in walking distance of my house, but not that one. 1 second here. This one. They are building data centers all over Northern Virginia. Our water and electricity bills have went up. Because when you think about capitalism, the more you use, the more expensive it can get. The less you use. So for example, if a plane is full, that last seat is going to be expensive. If that plane is empty, you're liable to get a cheaper seat. So when things are in high demand, everybody has to pay for it all around. And that was the first thing I thought when we talked about the water and the electricity use. And then we got someone literally saying, hey, because these data centers are where I live, our utility bills are going up. But then remember, we're putting them in marginalized communities. So who's paying for me to ask Chat GPT, does my dog have good memory? You do the math.
So for anybody who wants actual data, because somebody is in the chat, once again, telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. Go to the Penn State Institute of Energy and the Environment. The article is entitled, Why AI Uses So Much Energy and What We Can Do About It.
Okay, I tell you what, let's do one better. Let's go over there. What's the name of the article?
It is Why AI Uses So Much Energy and What We Can Do About It.
And what we can do about it. You know, because one thing I like about, let's see here. Can artificial intelligence, I tried to Google that. Or can you put the link in the, what's the name?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, put the link in the private chat and I'll pull it up. Let's pull it up real quick. Let's see. That's the great.
Let me see. I'm not on my computer with it. I'm on my phone with it. So hold on.
Oh, you can text it to me too. You can text it. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, let's take our time and look. And if we're wrong, we're wrong. And if we're right, we're right. And hopefully we can learn something. There ain't no need of you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and we're live, so why not? Let me know when you send it here.
I am sending it right now.
Yeah. And hold on 1 second. We're going to pull up some article that Shantae suggested. Just give me 1 second. Matter of fact, you can go ahead and talk, Shantae, while I get it together. You text it or you put it in the private thread?
I put it in text.
Okay, gotcha.
I put it in text.
It hadn't gotten to me yet.
And so again, we're not saying that these data centers are just being put into Black neighborhoods, but they are being put into predominantly Black neighborhoods. They're not the only spaces, but what happens when a neighborhood is already decimated and you put a data center in, all right? So it's a furtherance of the deterioration of a community. And Memphis is just one of those spaces.
Go ahead. I'm pulling this up. Go ahead and
okay. Also, for those who and Vitrell, you already have this video. I wanted you to make sure you played this one. Also, the Nobel laureate who helped to create the technology that everybody is loving to use. He
Mhm.
warned about it in his speech. So are we going to tell the Nobel laureate who created it that he's wrong too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to hear what he has to say as well.
Okay, gotcha. I'm pulling up this what's the name?
Mhm.
And let's see, add to stage. Good. All right. Now let me blow this up a little bit. There we go. Is there a specific part that you want to read over, Shantae?
Let me go back to it on my device here.
Yeah. And just let me know and I'll find it.
Okay. Right at the top where it talks about how it's becoming an integral part of our daily life. Right
Okay.
there. Go
Okay.
right under the blue section.
Okay. Right here.
All right. It's becoming an integral part of daily life, powering everything from digital assistants to online shopping. Skip down. In 2023, data centers consumed 4.4% of US electricity, a number that could triple by 2028. AI's rapid expansion also drives what? What? I'm sorry, what? Higher water usage, emissions, and e-waste, raising urgent sustainability concerns. All right. So this is not conspiracy theory, unless the professor at Penn State is also lying.
Right. Right. Or he might be a part of the woke left. And so,
Uh,
you
I
know, yeah,
mean,
he might have an agenda too, you know.
so again,
Uh-huh.
this is not skewed data.
Mhm,
This is coming from a university, from a man who studies this.
mhm, mhm.
But again, we're not here to prove the point. You can hear, you can listen, you can go and do further research for yourself. Can
Right.
you pull up the video of the Nobel laureate?
Okay, here, one second here.
So we're gonna tell the Nobel laureate that he's lying too. Then
Okay, let me see here. Let me find it. Uh, is it the algorithm of the Justice League, Unmasking All Harms and Biases?
no, that is a website I recommended that people can go to if they're interested in the ethics side of what's happening with AI.
Then I have
It should be a YouTube video.
oh, okay, got it. I see it. All right. Hold 1 second here. Hold 1 second. We're gonna good. 1 second. We're gonna play this real quick. Share this tab instead. Let's bring this up. Add to stage. All right, let's play this real quick.
Your Majesties, Your Royal Highnesses, Excellencies, dear laureates, ladies and gentlemen. This year, the Nobel Committees in Physics and Chemistry have recognized the dramatic progress being made in a new form of artificial intelligence that uses artificial neural networks to learn how to solve difficult computational problems. This new form of AI excels at modeling human intuition rather than human reasoning, and it will enable us to create highly intelligent and knowledgeable assistants who will increase productivity in almost all industries. If the benefits of the increased productivity can be shared equally, it will be a wonderful advance for all humanity. Unfortunately, the rapid progress in AI comes with many short-term risks. It has already created divisive echo chambers by offering people content that makes them indignant. It is already being used by authoritarian governments for massive surveillance and by cybercriminals for phishing attacks. In the near future, AI may be used to create terrible new viruses and horrendous lethal weapons that decide by themselves who to kill or maim. All of these short-term risks require urgent and forceful attention from governments and international organizations. There is also a longer-term existential threat that will arise when we create digital beings that are more intelligent than ourselves. We have no idea whether we can stay in control, but we now have evidence that if they are created by companies motivated by short-term profits, our safety will not be the top priority. We urgently need research on how to prevent these new beings from wanting to take control. They are no longer science fiction. Thank you.
So because some of y'all only hear, you only hear in white.
I'm sorry. That took me off guard.
Clear about what I'm dealing with. Some
Mhm.
people only hear in white.
Correct. Right. Mm-hmm.
This man told you that because these people are so after profit,
Uh-huh.
that our safety is no longer the top priority for getting this stuff done.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, the same person who said we was lying is now talking about how the Nobel Prize don't mean nothing. See what I'm saying?
Right.
The,
Because
the bar always moves
right.
when you bring data and proof.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
So
Correct.
now you don't want to believe the genius white man who got the Nobel laureate prize. Okay, then. All right. All right. Okay.
Let me hold on. I'm over here. I'm tickled. No, but it's real. And I want to say this, like, stay out of our business because this wasn't even for you. Like in a real sense, like if you don't believe, then don't believe. But like we don't, like I know you and I can probably speak for you. We don't go in white spaces and tell them what we don't even want to be there. You know, like so you can go, I guess, but let's just keep going. So number one, let's switch gears because we're almost in an hour. This is such a wild, vast topic.
It is.
I want to say this, though there are a lot of risks to using AI, Shantae, though there are biases that will affect all, but we are centering Black people today.
Mm-hmm.
I think that AI is still a very powerful tool to move our lives forward individually and collectively. What ways?
I believe that.
Yeah,
I
let me
do
ask
believe that.
you a question though. Like, what ways
Mhm.
can Black people use AI to move forward?
So I want to talk about some ways of, let's talk about protection,
Okay.
right? One of the ways to move AI forward is, like we talked about at the top of this broadcast,
Uh-huh.
we have to have people in the spaces learning the technology so that we can then build it in a way that's equitable.
Mhm. So we need
I know someone who's doing that right now. Her
uh-huh.
name is April, Apryl with a Y, April Beverly. She's
Mhm.
on all platforms.
Mhm.
She's building out AI
Mhm.
that is, what do they call it? Culturally competent. That's
I
the
love
word I'm
that.
looking for.
I love that. Yeah.
She's building out AI that's culturally competent. She's building out AI um, models
Mhm.
that people can use. The individual models that people use that simulate their teachings and trainings.
Yes. Uh-huh.
She is a part of building those out.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
All right.
Uh-huh.
One of the ways that we can protect ourselves when it comes to using some of this
Mhm.
is, especially with people who are getting fooled, okay, into giving away their data,
Mhm.
strong passwords, two-factor authorization. When you are going onto these sites, being mindful of what their data and permissions are,
Mm.
because some things you can turn off.
Right.
For example, with Facebook, that's probably the most obvious one that everybody's on and using.
Mhm.
You can turn off the Meta AI features in Facebook. You don't have to use them.
Mhm.
If you are a part of Facebook groups, I know right now, I run a Facebook group of 57,000 people.
Mhm.
They sent me the notifications and said, "Hey, we're adding AI bots to every Facebook group.
Mhm.
Do you want to use these bots?
Mhm.
What do you want to use these bots for?" There's like 5 or 6 different choices of what you can use them for.
Mhm.
And right now you have the ability to either use them or to turn off all of the uses. So
Yeah.
look at your data and look at your permissions to decide what parts do I want to be involved with, what parts do I not want to be involved with. AI summaries is another one.
Yeah.
It'll start summarizing your posts, but you can also go in and turn that off. So we still right now, we're talking about this because we still right now have some autonomy over how AI is being used.
Right.
The issue comes with if we don't address these things now, what is going to happen? All right. We know that felon 4547 recently signed an executive order to stop states from regulating AI for the next 10 years.
Yeah, which is wild work. That's some wild work.
So I want you to think about this. With all the people who are trying to have some regulation going, have some safety nets in there, have some ways of protecting you as a user, on the other end, you have our own government saying, no, we want to give them 10 years to exploit our citizens. That's what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
So I want us to also think about that. So yeah, utilize the protections that are in place, but understand we're also fighting our own government who wants these technologies to be able to exploit its own citizens.
Right. I want to say this. So number one, I want to recap this real quick. Number one, we need more people, more Black people building culturally competent systems. We need more Black people building culturally competent systems, especially those of you who have children. You know, especially those of you who have children, invite your children into the AI world to see if they have some kind of passion there, because we need more Black people building culturally competent systems. Number two, safeguard yourselves, strong passwords, be data competent. Read those disclaimers, please. Just don't be like, okay. You know, please turn off your AI assistants. I refuse to use TikTok assistants, the AI, period, point blank. I'm using enough AI as it is. I want to say this, though, really quickly. What we'll do, I'm going to say this. We'll go on break, and then, Shantae, I'll let you just dump on us one more go, and then we'll be done.
I'm done.
You're done?
I'm done.
Okay. All right, then. I'll say this. Like, when it comes to your resumes, when me and my clients, what we'll do, if they're looking for a job, we'll take the description of the job and I'll dump it into AI. I'll add that person's information to it, and we'll have AI build us out a resume that is handpicked with all of the SEOs for that job. When it comes to script writing, I suggest, if you want a Black voice, you write your own script and maybe allow AI to add. So what I do, Shantae, is there is a structure to script writing, right? Especially when you're doing pre-recorded videos. I don't have AI write out my script. I give AI my structure. So hook, call to action, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And here's what I want to talk about, and here are the points, and blah, 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 blah. And then have them formulate it, because AI don't know my voice. AI might know Becky's voice. AI don't know my voice. And so those are some easy ways that you can use AI. I've used AI to create some tests. You know, I've used AI to do a lot of things. I guess what I'm saying is use it, but understand that, like everything in the world, there is a drawback to it. And so use it with consciousness. And if you are a person of color, specifically around data, facts, information, dog whistles, Don't skim over it. But what ChatGPT said, read it. And there's always a disclaimer at the bottom of ChatGPT. It'll tell you in the disclaimer, we are not always right. It's too big of a broad stroke for how we use it. You know, it's a way big of a broad stroke. We're not always right. No. But anyway, so you really, what I want to say, we'll go on break, and I at least want you to have last word, Shantae. What I want to say is this: use it to allow you to move forward, especially for those of you that are starting small businesses. I've helped clients create t-shirt businesses or helping one with AI. Use it, but understand this. There are people out here that don't like your existence, and they are the one that's creating these learning systems. So be wise. Just like we be wise when we go into corporate spaces. We keep our head on a swivel. Keep your head on a swivel with AI as well. And I think, would you say that is a good summarization, Shantae, of what we're talking about today?
It is. And again, people in your comment section have put in some really, really good points. As always, I want to thank the Caucasus Mountains for showing up. I want to thank the Alabaster Disasters for being here. I want to thank the Envelopians for making your way. The 8x10s for being in this space. Because what it shows us is, epigenetically, you cannot help but try to police Black voices.
There's always someone in Black people business, right?
It's in your DNA. You cannot help it. And so we understand that, and we are here for you as well. We are. But we understand who our audience is for today. It was Black people, and the topic was AI. But thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for adding to this conversation, because we know that you have been genetically coded to observe and to oversee. And so we know as long as you're here, we're doing something right.
We're doing something right. Yeah. And I think a lot of times what it is, Shantae, is it's a certain kind of white person that feels like if they're not centered, everything is wrong. So if we're not centering this conversation around them, then it gotta be wrong. We're just doing too much, because they feel like there's a certain kind of white person that feels like they should be the center of it all. You're not. And we're increasingly getting to a place where you won't be. You will be the minority. You will be secondhand. You might as well get used to it, because the facts are the facts. That ain't even like, that's data. You're losing. I'm sorry. All right, you done got me started. So I tell you what, if you want, hold on, I'm tickled now. If you want to connect with Shantae, I've hyperlinked her YouTube channel in the title and in the video description. We're gonna
make sure you give them the caveat, V. Terrell.
Yeah. Listen, I think Shantae is probably a little bit more heavy-handed with, what do you call them, the Mount of Caucasus, than I am. So y'all go over there cutting up if you want to. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Go whenever you want to, cut me up. But Shantae comes live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. She is a voice for Blackness. She's a voice for spirituality. She's a voice for education. She is a wonderful mind to tap into if you just want to think on these YouTube streets. Go over there to Life Nation KC. Life Nation KC, is it? Have Life Nation KC for that, all right? We'll be back for part 3. I believe it's our last and final episode on next Saturday. I want to talk about Congo. I want to talk about genocide. I want to talk about Palestine. I want to talk about how it matters to Black people in America. I want to have a vast conversation about that. So we'll be back on next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all, thank you so much. Shantae, thank you so much. I so appreciate
it's been a pleasure. As we noted, this was a wide range topic.
Yes.
You cannot really go over all of the concerns in AI in an hour. But I hope that we've given you enough to think about, to go fact check, to go read up on, to go listen to the scientists. I believe in faith and science.
Yes.
I don't think that it's either or. So believe scientists, trust science. Listen to the experts. Listen to the researchers. Listen to the people creating the systems. If they tell you we got a problem, if they're sounding the alarm about the problem that's coming, then we should pay attention. And that's what I'm going to say at my end here.
I love that. I love that. All right, y'all. I'll be live Monday. Shantae, they're going nowhere. Of course, we got to do our little after live talk. I'll be live Monday. If you want to be notified when I come live, text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658. I have a wonderful channel, Safe Space TV. If you were irritated at this conversation, you really gonna get pissed off. Safe Space TV. So go over there. You'll find me. I'm all over the place. All right. Again, if you want to connect with Shantae, she's hyperlinked in the video description box at the title. Y'all, I'm over here tickled. All right. We'll be back with this conversation next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. Y'all be blessed. All right. Bye-bye.
This isn't just another church event. This is Impartation Conference, March 13th through 15th in Atlanta, Georgia. And this time, it's personal.
We are building a safe space where you can love God without fear, a space where you're not judged, but seen, heard, and honored for who you are.
This is your moment to grow, not just in spirit, but life. The clarity, the shift, the alignment is already happening.
And those dreams you buried, we're reviving them. We're breaking mental caps, tearing down limits, and helping you step into the version of you that was always possible.
This is more than a conference. It's a homecoming for your soul. Break free, grow deep, dream bold. Join us March 13th to 15th at the Renaissance Atlanta Airport Gateway Hotel. Register now at impartationconference.org.
Safe Space, refuge for growth and healing. Want to be connected to all that Safe Space has to offer? Join our email community. Stay in the loop with inspirational insights and updates. Join our email community and connect with like-minded individuals on the path to self-discovery. Sign up now.
Find your tribe in a safe, supportive space. Join the Safe Space private community and connect with others who get it. We're waiting for you. Stay connected wherever you are with lives and video drops. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658 for instant updates and powerful insights. Join the text community now. Curious about what's next? Book an intuitive tarot reading with V Terrell Hill and get the clarity you need. Your future awaits. Heal from within and transform your life. Schedule a soul healing consultation and take the first step towards wholeness. Start your journey today.
Click the Linktree link inside of the description box connected to this video for all of what the Safe Space universe has to offer.
Refuge for